What are we looking for? What are our priority actions? Well, one is a shared vision with all stakeholders, and we're not going to let perfection get in the way of progress. We want to focus on the issues that are going to make a difference. We're looking at regulatory reform and particularly speeding up licensing. We're looking at modernization. We want to address infrastructure by getting a lot more private sector investment in energy, for example. We want to drive community investments more strategically and sensibly. We want to drive a much more effective global exploration strategy. We want to adopt different measures to deal with the crime issues, and we want to promote South Africa from an investment point of view. What if? We think there's lots of possibilities about where the industry would be if we had a shared vision, if we were modernized, if we had available, reliable infrastructure, if exploration was driven, if we were attractive to investors, and we could halve our crime rates. Just imagine the possibilities for our PGMs at the same time. If 30 to 50% of the world's electricity and heavy-duty transport was provided by hydrogen, hydrogen platinum-powered fuel cell-driven vehicles, as an example. If we became a dominant source of IP for clean hydrogen platinum fuel cell heaving vehicles, or heavy mining vehicles, if you want for a better word. If we can grow the investable market by 20% 20 times in the next decade, which I think is really possible. If we can really work together on marketing South Africa's platinum to the global marketplace, and if we could look through RD&I to drive the agenda around new technologies for PGMs, and if we could really be working together to drive platinum around as an investable product. I mean, these are what-ifs which can be achieved. It's not only what if, it's how we achieve these things, and I think we've got a plan and we're working to that plan.
You talk about platinum as if it suddenly has got great uses. I remember years ago when we famously ran a campaign as a gold mining company saying platinum is only good to be shoved up the back end of a motor car. But perhaps there's more to platinum than to be shoved up the back end of a motor car.
Just to say, I mean, I think, first of all, let's address two quick issues. I mean, the first one is, from a scarcity value point of view, if you take all the gold that's ever been mined in the history of humankind, which is about 180,000 tons, you could fill up roughly 3.5 to 4 Olympic-sized swimming pools from a quantity perspective, from a volume perspective. If you take all the platinum that's ever been mined in the history of humankind, and you could basically fill up a Olympic-sized swimming pool ankle deep, just on a relative scarcity value. So, and then when we look at the uses and we look at what's happening at the moment, in terms of the investment demand angle, the significant progress that's been made on the jewelry side, in countries like India, with a few challenges in countries like China, but that's something that PGI is working on. The work that's been done on the industrial application side, the emerging areas around nanotechnology and other industrial users, aerospace and others, and then obviously in terms of clean air, in terms of the hydrogen economy and how it's starting to really change the world. I mean, so there's a hydrogen roadmap being developed for South Africa at the moment, and let's face the reality that the Minerals Council is one of those organizations that has helped to start championing the process by installing a platinum. It's basically a baseload fuel cell. We did that 5 years ago. It's a 100 kilowatt platinum fuel cell. Anyone wants to come and pay a visit to come and see how this technology works. We're currently achieving 70% energy efficiency. We basically get 50% electricity out of the process, and we get 20% not exhaust gases, but exhaust heat out of it, which we can use for heating and cooling.
If there was one ask of government to develop the PGM industry, what would it be? Briefly, I know you want VAT removed on the platinum coins and so on, but you had but one wish. What would you ask the government to do for the PGM industry?
So, Bernard, I would ask them to buy into our draft national platinum strategy and to work with us jointly to develop the global platinum market, including co-investing in it, including co-investing together. If government helped invest in growing global platinum demand together, it's going to create economic benefit for this country for 100 years into the future. I actually think it's probably one of the most sensible investments. Instead of bailing out SAA, I think putting a couple of $100 million into co-funding the effort of business in growing demand and investment at other levels, I think would be, and the hydrogen economy, I think would be brilliant.
Excellent. And is that a document that is public domain yet, that draft PGM roadmap strategy document? Is it a public?
Yes, it's on our website. It's on the Minerals Council website, and we have a infographic and a full pack on it. And we basically said that we could, instead of being an $11 billion a year type industry that we are at the moment, we are saying that by 2050 we could have platinum as a $35 billion industry if we can grow the demand for platinum. It's a demand story. It's not growth can only happen if there's demand for the product. But we've got 87% of the world's known platinum reserves. We could mine it for huge benefit for the economy in the future if we are continuing to grow and develop the markets into the future. And that's the key role that both the Minerals Council and our members, and through the Platinum Leadership Forum, we are trying to drive the agenda. And we've had some good engagements with Minister Mantashe, I must say. We've had each of our leadership forums have had a discussion with him, and we've taken him through the Platinum National Platinum Strategy, and there's further engagements taking place on these specific types of strategies.